Hello.
Hi.
We just want to give you a heads up that this episode was recorded before the wildfires in Southern California. So there may be some things that seem a little bit outdated, but we hope you enjoy it regardless.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome to Happier Ladies. We're sisters who discuss all things related to work, family, and personal growth.
We draw inspiration from everywhere, especially from you, our listeners, to keep moving forward with joy and laughter in the big adventure that is life.
1 week at a time.
I'm Azizi Williams. I live and work in the LA area. I'm a mom of two, soon to be an empty nester, and I'm an education professional in the independent school world. I'm here with my sister, Malika Amandi.
That's me. I'm a SoCal native living in Western Massachusetts, a newish mom, and I work in higher ed.
In this episode, we discuss our word of the year, Wofty.
But first, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
It might be past the time when that is still appropriate, but
No.
I don't know what the number of days is into the month.
I think what it is if you see someone for the first time in January, you say Happy New Year. And then
Right.
after January, you don't say that anymore.
Okay.
That's the
So
official rule.
we're in the window.
We're in the window.
So our last encounters were Podmas.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. So Azizi, why did we do Podmas?
Well, you and I have enjoyed Vlogmas from some
Yes.
YouTubers that we watch. One of them, Alexandra Rodriguez, who we talk about a lot. And for Vlogmas, it's a YouTube video every day in December. And it's so fun. So we thought, could we do Podmas? Maybe we could try our own version of this.
Yes. And we were kind of thinking it would be really hard to do a podcast every day. I know some people do, but we don't have those kind of resources. So it felt like, 12 is a number that's often associated with the holidays, Christmas,
For some reason.
for some reason. So we thought we could do 12 days. Let's just try. It was like no days or 12 days or 31 days. So we decided to do 12 and just wanted to do something a little extra special. It was a lot of work, but it was also a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we went around and around about the days and
I
when to
know.
start and how often, and landed on the Monday through Friday leading up to New Year's Eve. That felt right. Malika, it reminds me when we first started to think about doing Happier Ladies and how you were excited about potentially doing a daily podcast. And I was like, I don't think so.
Did I want to do that initially?
You remember you were inspired by some of the daily podcasts that were out there.
Oh, yeah.
More power to them. It's a lot of work.
Side hustle school is every day.
Exactly. Yeah, that's every day. Anyway, I like what we landed on. I thought it was great.
Yes. So we wanted to share some listener notes that we got about Podmas. So this is from Kathy and NorCal. They write, by the time you read this, you probably heard of the Giftful app, but I'm writing just in case. It's a free app to gather your gift ideas and add links. It can be shared with others, and when a gift is purchased, the list maker doesn't know it, so it stays a secret. I'm excited to use it and have my kids use it in 2025 to make getting gift ideas as well as purchasing gifts easier. So she shared the link giftful.com. We'll put it in the show notes too. I have not tried this app yet, but I am totally going to explore it because we ran into this situation this year of we had our favorite things lists that we did at Thanksgiving. And like my dad put joggers at the top of his list, and then everybody got him joggers.
Like he got so many joggers.
Like we didn't have a way to coordinate who's getting who what. So I'm wondering if this app, it doesn't let the recipient know you've bought anything. I wonder if other people can see that you've bought something because that would be really useful.
Maybe it's like a registry, where
Oh, yeah.
indicate that you're going to buy it. Anyway, this is something we're going to use. We're definitely going to take advantage of this. This seems like a brilliant idea. Thank you, Kathy. This one's from Brenda. I have to thank you for making my Christmas lunch so much better. I was listening to your podcast about hosting that morning while prepping and immediately found a Christmas movie soundtrack playlist and started playing it in the house instead of my headphones. It played while we prepared and throughout the party. I don't think we've ever had a better time with my husband's family. Thank you so much for making my Christmas happier. Yay! I'm so glad we helped your husband's family be fun. That's awesome.
All right, this note is from Sandy. Sandy writes, just finished Podmas 6, pick a holiday theme, on my 9,000th trip to pick up stuff for Christmas. Was I smiling? No. By the end of your episode, I had a big cheesy grin on my face and had decided to adopt laughing all the way for the rest of the season. Thanks so much for the reminder of why I put myself through this. Heading into the store, still smiling. Merry Christmas to both of you.
Yay, Sandy, I'm pumping my fists in the air. You can't see. Yes to laughing all the way. That's awesome. Angela from Boston writes, I just listened to your episode about holiday food memories. I had forgotten to take out my holiday dishes, which sounds similar to your descriptions, picture attached. So I appreciated that reminder. We also love having Martinelli's sparkling cider at Thanksgiving and Christmas. When my kids and their cousins were younger, they enjoyed having their own special fancy drink in a fancy glass, while some of the adults had wine. Now, most of the adults want sparkling cider as their special fancy drink, too. Yay! And Angela, we put your dish on Instagram also at Happier Ladies, along with mine and Malika's, and they were so similar. I loved looking at the nuance.
There's a motif about a Christmas tree with a teddy bear under it that many artists have interpreted apparently on dishware.
I wonder what the original one was. I don't know, but I loved all of them. So thank you for sharing yours.
I also want to say about the sparkly drinks that we found, maybe it was at Trader Joe's, they have like a sparkling white tea
Yes.
that is so sophisticated. It's a lot less sweet than Martinelli's. So it's kind of good to cut Martinelli's if you don't want the sweetness, but it feels more like champagne vibes, but it's non-alcoholic and it's just really fun.
I'm telling you, it's a good time to have non alcoholic drinks because there are
Yes.
so many great things happening in that space right now. There was one that had like a champagne cap that you take off also.
Yes.
You could like pop the bottle. It was giving champagne or white wine essence. Anyway, yes, that was delicious.
Thank you so much to everybody for sending us notes. Let us know what you thought of Podmas. Is it something that you would look forward to next year? We're open to doing it again. It's a little early, but we just would love to hear from more of you if it was something that you listened to and if you like the cadence. So thanks so much for sharing your thoughts with us. As always, you can reach us at happierladies@gmail.com.
Thank you.
All right, so it is time to talk about our word of the year, or as Gretchen Rubin calls it, a one word theme. Pick a one word theme for the year. I like word of the year because we can call it Wofty.
Yeah, I like Wofty. Shorten it.
Azizi, remind us, what was your Wofty for 2024?
My word of the year was soar. I liked it because I could say soar 2024. I love a rhyme. And I picked this word because I felt like I needed a reminder to go above and beyond and to just like
Mm,
not do the average or the normal, to kind of just let myself go even further. And the image that I used, or I thought I would use, was a bird. And I got a few bird things, but it didn't really stick. It turns out I'm not really a bird person. But then I found these images of Peter Pan and Wendy flying. I love that. So I have like a water bottle with Peter Pan on it and a keychain with Peter Pan on it and Tinkerbell. I love that. I think because they are humans flying, like they are going above and soaring,
mm.
that felt more relatable.
What were you trying to go above and beyond, like in your professional life or personally?
I think it was in my professional life. I've talked a lot about the transition that I made into this new role and the amount of responsibility and the challenge that it brought. And I felt like I was doing a lot to kind of just get through it. And
Mm,
this is the year that I wanted to do more than just get through.
got
Like
it.
I wanted to give myself permission to just do more. And it really worked, actually. I think it helped creatively, and I was able to try some new things or launch some new projects that sort of went beyond the norm. But I did lose sight of it, as I did with many things. In that September to December window, it's hard to remember some of these things that we want to remember. Like, I need to figure out what to put in place to keep it in the forefront around that time. So, as we were gearing up and I was listening to Gretchen and Liz talk about their word of the year, I actually contemplated not picking a new word. Like, actually,
Oh, wow.
I should just stick with this one. And it's August when I should choose a new word because that's when I'm actually
I see.
really starting up the new year. It's the new school year for me. And that's almost more significant than January just because of all the energy around it. But then I was like, everybody else is picking a new word now. I should just jump in now. And then I could also have a new one later if I want
Yeah.
to. So that was my Wofty. That was my year end recap. What about you, Malika? What was your word of the year?
My word of the year was yogi.
Right.
And I feel like I did tap into the essence of the word this year. Yoga has been a really positive tool for me for mind body connection starting in my early 20s. And I just felt like it was getting away from me. And so I really wanted to focus on it this year to see if I could develop a daily practice and just feel like yoga was a part of my life again. And I feel like it did inspire me and spur me on through the year. I did not do yoga every day. And there was a chunk of time where I wasn't doing it at all.
Mm,
But I know I did more than I did the year before. So I'm going to take that as a win.
mm,
And I think I just wanted to embody like the identity of a yogi.
right.
And I feel like I do feel more like a yogi. So, for example, the university where I work is hosting like a day long yoga and meditation retreat next year. It's like on a Saturday. And I saw this posting last year and I was like, oh, that would be so cool. But it just felt like it was going to be too hard to pull off logistically.
Mm,
And like, oh, I can't do that. I'm not that serious. Like, well, there's going to be students there. Is that really where I should go? And
mm.
so I didn't register. But this time, when I saw the email, I was like, I am a yogi. I will do this. I checked in with Norm to make sure the date would work and whatever. And he said, great, do it. So I will be participating this time.
Yay! That's
And
exciting.
I don't think I would have had that kind of certainty without having explored this word all year long.
That's fantastic. I feel like this was a great word for you, Malika. I don't know. This one may have been the most impactful.
It was very resonant.
It resonated and I felt inspired by it also. I think I did more yoga.
You did more yoga.
We're talking about it. But also there's something about yogi, like having a word that embodies a person doing a thing
Yeah.
is something to think about because it's so easy to then understand what it is that you are to do if you
Yes.
are embracing this. So there's something to that. Yeah.
I also just use that phrase a lot. This is the yoga.
Right.
And that helped me so much, especially with all the toddler parenting moments. And I still feel like I'm just scratching the surface with my exploration of Ayurveda, which was going
Mm.
to be a part of this whole year. But I did get some more books to support my journey with that. And I think I'm going to work some more concrete things into my 25 for 25 list to keep going on that direction.
That's great. And I wonder if a phrase, like a phrase to go with the word
Mhm.
or a mantra to go with the word,
Yes.
will help it be more sticky.
That's a good idea.
I'm going to think about that.
I like that.
All right, let's take a break. And when we get back, we will reveal our new words of the year.
Azizi, how's your dinner game these days?
Well, Malika, I used to struggle with what to cook for dinner.
You're cooking now?
Okay. Actually, my husband used to struggle with what to make for dinner. I mean, meal planning, grocery lists, yuck. But then we found Prep Dish. It's a weekly meal planning service that tells you exactly what to cook. And now they've partnered with Instacart, so your grocery list becomes a ready-to-go online cart.
Ooh, what's in your cart, Azizi?
All of the Prep Dish ingredients, plus I can add energy drinks, chili crisp, lipstick, whatever, and check out in just a few clicks. Shopping online is so fun. The meals are family friendly, healthy, and super easy to prep. Dinner is easy to make, and now we look forward to new tasty meals.
Prep Dish is offering our listeners 2 weeks free. Just head to prepdish.com/happierladies to sign up. Again, that's prepdish.com/happierladies.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Okay, we're back. And thinking about my word of the year.
Yes, yes.
I
We're on the
know.
edge of our seat.
No, I know. Okay, so I'm thinking about something that will help me with my personal life and my work life and some things that can give me a boost in both areas. And as I said before, we're in this creative space of launching something new, and I've embraced the power of positivity and helping things go better at work also. And that has been really successful. So that's something I want to keep in mind. I'm also heading into this empty nest phase of life. And Malika, it is real. Okay.
Aw.
I am starting to get emotional about it. It's so real. Sinai, my youngest child, my baby, got into college and has gone into the school that she wanted to go to, is now really going to college. And so in
Aw.
August, I will be dropping off my last child. And I think what it is it's an identity shift. It causes some chaos when who you are and what your purpose has been, or part of what your purpose has been, shifts. It's going to cause some chaos. So I'm
Mhm.
thinking about those two, my personal and work life aspects, and words that can help me kind of manage both of those things or thrive in both of those environments. And by the way, side note, I'm looking forward to Gretchen Rubin's Empty Nest
You need it. You're like,
resources. I'm like, it's going to come hopefully just in time, because I will be a test case and I will read and do all the things. Because as she says, it's a cliche and you think like, oh, there's nothing to that. That's so, whatever, but it's real. So some of the words I was thinking about, one of them was community, and you mentioned it.
Mhm.
It's like, oh yes, community, because that's the antidote, is to find people and to connect with others. And that is always going to make things better when you're in community or when you find community. So that was something I considered. I also considered chapter, because it's a new chapter, and I know I'm going to have a certain number of books I want to put on my 25 for
Mm.
25. So maybe embracing new chapters. I also thought about just strong, like just be strong, but that seems so basic. And so ultimately I decided on delight. And I know that it's a word I use already quite a bit, but also I feel like if I think about delighting in where I'm at, it's going to help me find awe and sort of embrace the
Mm.
moment and find the positive things in the moment wherever I am. And so I want to think a little more intentionally. I want to delight in all the rituals and traditions surrounding graduating from high school and starting college. Like there's so many small moments that can be easily glossed over. And honestly, when I think about Ilea and when she was graduating from high school, I just felt so overwhelmed, and it was around the time when I started this new job and I still had a younger one at home. I don't feel like I fully embraced all of it, and I don't feel like I was
Uh,
intentional about it. And so now is my opportunity to really get into it and to delight in all of those traditions. And I'll tell you a story. I was speaking with a colleague about that it's my daughter's last semester that she's starting in high school and all that. And he was reflecting on how I hadn't really volunteered at the school or done much throughout
well,
her
wait,
high
we
school
should say
career.
it was a colleague that works
Okay,
at
so yes,
Sinai
I
School.
was recently having coffee with a colleague of mine who happens to work at my daughter's high school. And I was just saying, like, oh, I feel terrible. I haven't really been able to do much. I've been so busy. I haven't been able to do much at school. And he said, Azizi, it's going to be over soon. You won't have any more chances. You should do something because it's going to be over. And that really struck me because, of course, he's
Yeah.
right. And so I took that as an opportunity to sign up to host a senior brunch. and to be on campus. And I got to see my daughter at school with her friends, and it was really lovely. So I want to do more of that, really finding those moments, taking advantage of them, not taking them for granted, and delighting in all of them. And I think this word delight will also help me stay positive at work and help me to help others stay positive. And delight also sounds like the light, so like kind
Ooh,
of be the light
okay.
or look for the light. So that's my word of the year. And my image is going to be sunshine. I'm thinking of like sun rays, sunshine, sun. I think that'll be fun
Nice.
and easy to find.
I love that, Azizi. I think it's gonna give you a lot of mileage. You know it's a good word when it works on, like, multiple levels.
Right. Yeah. And so now I want to think about a phrase,
Hmm.
something that will help me remember it.
Find the light could be the phrase.
Find the light. I think there was a line in Amanda Gorman's inauguration speech that had light or looking for the light
Okay.
in it. So maybe I'll go back and look at that poem she wrote. What about you, Malika? What's your word of the year?
Alright. I have been in Western Mass now for a little over 3 years,
Yes.
and I feel like I still have that new feeling,
Oh.
though I'm not really new anymore. I mean, I live here, I know this. I've had these moments, especially throughout this year, where I'm like, "Okay, I do live here, I know people." It's not like I feel like I just moved here or anything, but I think that I wanna go deeper into my connection to this place and realize that a really important thing for me is having, in particular, places to retreat and places of solace, and that's kind of one of the things that I miss about LA the most.
Hmm.
I had these little pockets, these little places that I would go to for different things. And often it was by myself, which is interesting.
Mhm.
And thinking about not living in Southern California, I kind of just assume the thing I miss the most is my family and friends, but I'm still connected to them. I'm
Mhm.
still
Yeah.
connected to you
We talk a
people.
lot. Yeah.
So obviously proximity and all of that, but like for the most part, the people that were important to me then are still important to me now. I'm still connected, but it's really like the landscape and the establishments.
Hmm.
We Spa, Descanso Gardens, certain coffee shops. Anyway, I think it's time to really find that here. And whatever I enjoyed in my life in Southern California, I want to create it here in my present
Hmm.
circumstances. Some of this is also like when I lived in LA, I didn't have a child, things were
Right.
different.
Yeah.
So there's just a need, or I think I want to really step into the present and where I am now geographically. And so my word is here,
Mm.
HERE. And I think this works on multiple levels too, because it's about the city and the town that I live in, the region, but it is also about really owning my current life and what's going on here.
Mhm.
And here inside of my home too. That's always something I'm thinking about. How can I
Mhm.
incorporate that in terms of environment and like, oh boy, there's some things like we've talked about this and Gretchen and Liz have talked about this, how the temporary becomes permanent.
Mhm.
There are some things in the house, some places where there should be curtains and there's like a piece of cloth over a
Uh-huh.
tension rod. And like, I think that's a part of the here too. What is going
Mm.
on here? And like, is it something that I like? Is it giving
Yeah.
me life? Is it aligned with my goals?
Right.
So, multiple levels. I think in terms of imagery, I'm going to choose the silhouette, like the state outline of Massachusetts,
Oh,
which
okay.
honestly, I feel like I just started to recognize in the past couple months. Like one of my coworkers has a necklace pendant that's in the shape of Massachusetts. And I was always like, what is that thing on her neck?
What is that funny looking square, is it? I don't
It's got
know.
like a hook on one side. It's and it's funny because like I know the shape of California so well, right?
Yeah,
And like I see that and it brings up certain feelings and the bear and
right.
I don't have that here yet, but I want to, we're here
Yeah.
for the foreseeable future. And so I want to make an effort to really be here.
I think that's beautiful. It's like signaling that here matters.
Yeah.
Where you are matters and you should embrace it. And it's interesting when you were talking about your journey to Massachusetts that's the only place where you've been a parent.
True.
Your entire parenting journey has been there.
Yes.
So I love this idea and all the Massachusetts things that you can learn about, all the trivia, not trivia, but like the important aspects of it, the
Yeah.
flower, the tree, all of those things. You should visit the Capitol building. I mean, just everything there is to know about Massachusetts. And I also like here in terms of where you live, like your house,
Yeah.
and taking some time to make that special as well. Now, is there going to be any like here things to listen that are going to be a part of your word of the year?
Like HEAR?
Yes.
I don't think so. That's too many levels for me.
Okay.
I need to just stick with one spelling.
All right. Bridge too far. Not the hearing. You're not listening to anything. It's
No.
just like what you're seeing where you are. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And you should also think about a phrase
Yeah,
because this is the yoga was so
it
impactful. So,
was.
what about here?
Maybe like "be here now." That's a phrase I've seen on
Be
shirts and
here
stuff,
now.
and
Yes.
that brings in the presence aspect.
Mindfulness.
Yeah,
Yeah, that could work.
so I'll put that in first place and see if anything else comes in.
You put one in first
That
place.
phrase, "be here
Okay,
now."
got it. Got it. Got it. I'll keep a lookout also. If I see
Okay.
anything, I'll share it with you.
Well, please let us know what your word of the year is, and also if you come up with a mantra for it, we would love to hear that as well. Let's take a break. When we come back, we will share our peaks and valleys.
How do you top your love for your cat? With a cascade of decadent savory gravy over a mouth-watering mousse pate. Fancy Feast gems. 2 gourmet pâtés in one convenient pack. Simply peel and plate to reveal a pyramid shape that makes eating delightful and pamper her with an experience as extraordinary as she is. Turn the everyday into the extraordinary with Fancy Feast gems.
All right, we are back with peaks and valleys because in life, there are always peaks and valleys. Today is an even episode, so Azizi, you are up first with a peak.
Yes. So my peak is our mother, Clara, who recently retired after a long career as a lawyer and a judge and just decades that she dedicated her life to helping others. And she left work and retired, and they decided to give her a Zoom, a work retirement celebration Zoom. And it's interesting, Malika, she was in a unique situation because technically she worked in San Francisco, but because she worked virtually, she actually
Right.
never had to go to the office. It was a whole interesting thing. So it kind of made sense to do the Zoom because people were all over California, actually, who she worked
I
closely
see.
with. And it was so lovely to participate. And I participated mostly just by listening to her coworkers say all of these really lovely things about her and about how important she was and how she inspired them and was a mentor, how dedicated she was to her work. And her supervisor talked a lot about how she was fearless in trying cases when no one else wanted to try cases, and about the number of cases that she tried in her career, both as a lawyer and a judge. And that was so inspiring. And talk about life changes and identity
Yeah.
and what am I going to do now and all of that. So I'm sure some of that is going through her head, but it was sweet to see how appreciated and how valued she was at work. So congratulations, mommy.
Yay. We're so proud of you, mommy.
What's your valley, Malika?
All right, so this is taking it down more to a
Well, that's how we do peaks and valleys.
that is how we do peaks and valleys. This is a more quotidian level. My closet again.
Oh,
I know. I know. This has been a valley before, but it's really just a mountain again inside of the door. Like there are some things on the hangers, but there's just a heap and I keep putting more clothes on it and then I just like look through the heap for what I want. I need to do better. And I'm just saying this to inspire me. When this was a valley a while ago, I said, well, maybe over the winter break, I'll be able to do it. And you kind of said, that's kind of far
yeah.
away. Anyway, here we are now
Okay.
in that time period. So I think if it is to be done in the near future, it needs to happen like this week or next week. There's a lot of things that I've been meaning to get rid of that I've just put on the floor, like, oh, I'm going to donate that.
Ah,
But I need to just actually move things out.
yeah.
My whole socks renovation project. I
Okay.
got the new black socks, but I didn't get rid of the other ones.
Oh,
So, like,
no.
there's just stuff on stuff, and I want to do better.
Well, Malika, it sounds like you have your own peak in your closet. That is a valley. You have some mountains in there. Do not take that into the new year with you. Your word is here, so you need to start with the closet.
Yeah.
I leave a bag in my closet that's for giving away.
Yeah.
And so I could just immediately put things in the bag. It's just always there. When it's full, goes to the garage. And then it takes a little longer for it to leave the garage, but at
The
least it's not in the
garage.
closet.
True.
Start by bringing a bag to your closet.
Yeah.
And don't think twice about letting things go. Just let it go.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that brings us to the end. Azizi, let's leave on a happier thought. What are you going to try this week?
I'm going to try to look for a phrase to help me with my word delight. What about you, Malika?
Yeah, I think I'm going to look for maybe a necklace with the Massachusetts on it. I don't know if a necklace is right for me, but something that I can see regularly with the outline of the state.
Sounds good.
Thank you for listening to this episode. You can find the show notes in the episode description. If you like us, rate, review, and tell a friend, and don't forget to follow us.
Send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com. Also, we have merch. Check out the link in our show notes.
Our show was edited by Magnus Bjorgum, and our theme music was created by Wyatt Muncie.
You can find us on Instagram at happierladies and on the web at happierladies.com. All right, Malika, have a happier week.
Have a happier week, Azizi. Bye.
Bye.
Please let us know what you thought of Podness. If blah blah blah. Thank you to I'm just going to rewind that back.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.